cluttered. There's stuff everywhere. It needs to be cleaned. You know, there's that corner and it's stacked up with stuff, and it just feels overwhelming. When you're feeling this, it does affect your nervous system, so it is very important to get rid of all of this clutter. I have nervous system issues, I have for my entire life, and I'm really working very hard to try and regulate my nervous system, become calmer, and be more organized. So about 3 months ago, what I did is I bought a whole bunch of different sized containers and stuff. Hi, Mindy. How are you doing today? Nice to see you. So what I did was I took these containers that I had purchased and I went through, excuse me, my entire house and decluttered. I got rid of so many things. So I had like a garbage bag for old clothes. I had a garbage bag for garbage. I had a box for things that I just didn't need anymore and put them in there. And I just got rid of stuff that I didn't need because it was just overwhelming me and keeping my nervous system in a very deregulated part, like I was just, on edge. So it took me probably a whole weekend to go through my entire house and, room for room, every square inch of the house, and just get rid of stuff. I'm so glad you came on, Mindy. You are my favorite bestie too. And so what I did was I just went through every single room and I got rid of so much stuff. I had literally 4 garbage bags of just stuff that I threw out. And then I have 2 garbage bags here that I'm going to be taking to the thrift store or find somebody. I know people that will go around to the homeless people and take them stuff. So I may go that route and give these bags to them so they can help out the unhoused people in our area because that is a really big problem here. So I took these containers, I went around from each room and I just cleaned everything out. And my nervous system is better for it because I'm not looking around at things and wondering, what am I going to do with all of this stuff? Am I actually going to use this stuff? If I'm not using it, why am I keeping it? It's just clutter. It's overwhelming me. And, I don't need this. I need to get rid of this stuff. Like, there's no point keeping stuff in the house if we're never going to use it. We always, oh, one day I might need this. Well, then we look 10 years later and we've never even touched it. And it's just pointless. It's pointless to keep stuff. Find somebody to get rid of stuff too if they're looking for something. If you have, say, art supplies, take it to a preschool or a school of some sort and ask them if they want it, to cut down on their costs. I mean, it's just stuff that you don't need anyway. Find people to get rid of this stuff too if they need it more than what you do. I was packing stuff around for years and years and years, and I just don't need it. It's just ridiculous to keep it. So, like I have an L-shaped couch, and the L part it comes up and it has storage in there. So that is my crafting thing. So all I have to do is lift it up, and there's all of my crafting stuff in there. So, that keeps it very organized. I don't see it because it's in there. And oh my gosh, is Luna really watching? Hi, Luna. How are you doing? Hi, Rocco Coach. Sorry if I mispronounced your username there. And anyways, I spend probably about 20 minutes every evening after I take Bruce out for the last time at night. And I go around and I make sure I do the dishes so they're done. I clean the counters so they're done. When I'm in doing my skincare every night, I clean that counter off. Um, it's just a matter of keeping things tidier so there isn't that overwhelm when you're looking around and going, oh my God, there's so much shit around here. Like, I'm never going to use this stuff. I'll ask my daughter, hey, would you like this, whatever it is. would you like to try this craft or this game or whatever that I'm never going to use? So you really need to go through that process and look at your stuff and really evaluate, am I going to use this? I can always buy another one later on if I'm going to have it. If I get rid of it now, I can get another one later on. Like, there's no point in keeping all of this stuff around. Um, I went out on my own almost 2 years ago after an abusive relationship, and I hadn't lived on my own for 40 years, like 40 years. Um, so I had to start all over because I'd either been, with my ex-husband and we had everything. Um, when I went into this relationship, I didn't need everything. So my son took all of my stuff. So when I went back out on my own, I had to buy everything. Like when I moved out, I did not even have a fork to use. So I had to go to the deli up the street there and get a plastic fork. So I had stuff that I had taken from my old house that was mine, that was just crap that I was never going to use. So, so that really was overwhelming me, like all of this stuff that I'm never going to use. So I just went through and I just got rid of it all. It's been 3 months since I did that. It did help my nervous system, like you would not believe how much that can help your nervous system because you're looking around and things are neat and tidy. They're in containers, plastic containers where you can see what's in it. And, I'll go into my storage room and I'll look and I'll be like, okay, that one has the crafts, some craft stuff, that has this, that has that. So you know exactly which bin to pull out. I just took up painting. I have a bin for that. It's all organized, nice, neat. So if I'm going to do crafts, or if I'm going to do painting, I just take that bin out and do it and then put everything back in and, put it back where it goes. It's really, I can't stress enough how much this has actually helped my nervous system to calm and to, you just look around and it's just amazing. You really wouldn't think about it too much, but when you do, you realize how your space around you does affect you. Um, Looking around and seeing things neatly in their baskets or containers, um, it really helps. Waking up in the morning and going in to make coffee and there's not dishes sitting there, that's huge. Like, you start your day off with everything clean. Your nervous system is, you know, where it should be. Um, because I know before, if I walked into the kitchen and there was dishes laying around and the counters were yucky, it sort of sets your whole day into this, this negative energy, which we don't want. We want to start our day on a positive note, and that fuels our whole day for a positive day, if that makes sense. You should see my closet. I'm scared to open the door. I get it. I totally get it, Mindy. Like, what can I say? This really does help. Because even if the stuff is there and we're not looking at it, our brains are still thinking, oh my gosh, I should be doing that closet, or I should be doing this, or I should be doing that. And it's not like on our list to do, but it's still in our brain. So once you get past that and you just do the frickin' thing, you just clean the stuff and maintain that 20 minutes every evening is it frees you up. It frees mental space in your brain because you're starting each day with a clean space. It's fresh. It smells nice because you've, used something nice on it. It's just a really nice way to wake up and to, start your day. So that's pretty much it. Well, hopefully you can move one day, Mindy, and have your own space because I know it's probably hard. I have been in that situation where I've had to stay with other people, and um, even though it was scary for me to go out on my own after 40 years, I absolutely love it. I have a friend, and she said to me, you're going to love living on your own. And after being with people for 40 years, I was terrified, like absolutely terrified to go out on my own. Um, but now I absolutely love it. I can't imagine living with somebody else and having to clean up after somebody else. And, things are all my way finally. Finally, just about 60 and life is my way. So, anyways, I do see some people on. Thank you so much for stopping in. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Cindy, and I am from Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. And I am learning how to lead a more simple life. That is my whole goal right now. I'm retiring in hopefully about 6 years, and I'm working towards saving money, having a savings account, and buying a van and doing some traveling across Canada during our summer. So each summer I'll be doing a little bit of traveling, and that's my goal. But in the meantime, I just want to regulate my nervous system and just live a life of simplicity, rather than spending time online and seeing all the garbage on there, all the negativity. I'd rather spend my time doing a craft, going to do painting with my daughter, um, going to the beach, just doing all sorts of different things that actually help your nervous system. And it's just simple. It's just simple stuff that I'm doing, everyday things, but finding joy in the simple things rather than having to, go on a vacation to get that joy or to buy something to get that joy. I'm doing this to, just live a simple, peaceful life and, enjoy my time with my family and with Bruce. If you haven't seen Bruce, look back on videos. He's quite a character. He did his debut, his first live, I think it was last week or the week before. He is my Pomchi. He's part Pomeranian and part Chihuahua, and he's a little stinker. So if you haven't seen him, make sure you go back on the videos and go see what he's all about. I will link the containers that I have bought from Amazon down below, just in case you are, um, looking for containers. And it's always important to try and have clear ones so you can see with the decluttering, what you do keep, so it's all nice and organized. So I really appreciate everybody coming on, and I appreciate you, Mindy, for everything you've said in the chat. I love chatting with you, and I love it when you come on and talk to me. This wasn't as bad as what I thought, and I'm getting used to it. So I really, I'm actually liking doing lives. So thank you, everybody. And if you want to see the things that I use for organizing, I'll put the links below. And I'd love to wish everybody a happy Saturday. And if you are a mother, happy Mother's Day tomorrow. All the best to you, and I hope that your kids absolutely spoil you. So have a great Saturday and take good care of yourself. Bye bye.